Hey, you guys. So I had some technical issues and I apologize for that. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to redo it because I can use more practice going live. And I know you guys don't mind. So I'm trying to do something that's technically Facebook doesn't really allow, but I am circumventing the system. So I'm going to share a PowerPoint presentation with you about time management and getting started. And I hope this will help you. There we go. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, so I'm Tammy Schmidt of Sort, Organize, Sustain, where we help moms move past the overwhelm, perfectionism, and clutter to make time for what matters most. Time management can be something that's very overwhelming, but we all know it is a critical component about managing our homes to the best of our ability. So I'm going to share a little bit of a backstory. It's really what brought me to this point to have this conversation with you guys. I'm going to share a little bit of a backstory. Then I'm going to talk about several items that is going to help you get started in managing your time maybe a little bit differently than what you do today. We'll talk about why this works. And then if you guys have questions, I can't actually see them on my screen right now. Next Monday when I do a live video, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I need to get Facebook on my phone. I took it off because that's a major distraction. So let's dive in and get started. The backstory. Last week, Cameron was trying to figure out how she could do her reading time in the morning because after school, once they have all their homework done, their reading is done, all of their tasks that they need to do after school are done, then they can have free time until dinner. So she wants to optimize her free time, which is very, very smart, by doing her reading in the morning before she even goes to school. We require the kids to read 20 minutes a day. The school does that as well, but even after the school stops requiring it, we are still requiring it at home. Anyhow, I digressed a little bit. I apologize. So let's dive right in. So Cameron had these issues. She really wanted to be able to fit it in. So her and I, we went in her bedroom and we sat down and we talked about what her priorities were, what her goal was. Her goal was to read that 20 minutes in the morning. So she's very focused on that goal. So she knows exactly what she's trying to achieve. So how does she get there though? That was the question. We started by listing all of the tasks that she wanted to complete in the morning. You know, there's certain things that she just needs to do. She's 8 years old, well, almost 8 years old. So some of this is a little bit easier just because of her age. We don't have to do pictures and things like that. But what I had her do was list all of the tasks. I wrote them down as she talked about them. And we came up with a good solid list. And then what we did is we applied a time estimate to each task. I let Cameron make those decisions. This is a step that I think people very often skip because they're like, well, I already know how much time it's going to take me. But you guys aren't necessarily always right with your time estimates. I'm not always right with the time estimate. So writing down all of those tasks, writing down your priorities and goals too, by the way, everything written down or typed up, whatever it may be, and then put visible somewhere is very, very important. But you want to add the time estimates to each task so that you can do a comparison between your total available time to the total estimated time. Right out of the gate, you may find that you're trying to cram too much into too small of a time frame, if that makes sense. Or you may find out, like Cameron did, she really has more than enough time. Even after she applied her overestimated times, she still had more than enough time to get her reading done. So it was really an eye-opener for her, and I think it could be an eye-opener for you as well. So the other thing that I think people very often forget is they want to do the set it and forget it thing where they put their routine down, they know what they're going to do, and then they don't have to think about it ever again. That is just so wrong, and I will tell you why. Things change, right? If you know that your kids are going to be up later than normal because there's an event at school or whatever the case may be, it's very likely that they're going to be a lot harder to get up in the morning, and you're going to want to make some adjustments that particular morning so that you're still able to get out the door on time. One of the things, a very good friend of mine, she was really struggling to get the kids to the bus on time, get to work on time. And what I saw and what her and I talked about is she really, no matter what time she got up, no matter if there were difficulties with the kids getting up, she really just kept trying to cram every single thing that she wanted to do in the morning before heading off to work. It was all important. It all had equal level of priority, if that makes sense. So what she was forgetting to do is make these adjustments. If she needed to work on the budget one particular morning and it was going to take 30 extra minutes, initially she was still expecting that her workout was going to happen, she was going to get in the shower on time, she was going to be able to get the kids up and going and eating breakfast on time, and that it just, unfortunately, it really just doesn't work that way. So it's almost like you have to decide and make a conscious choice what isn't going to get done. And one of the books I read, they have a terminology for that. I'll have to share that another time. I can't remember right now. But you guys, go back, revisit your list, revisit your routine, and see if things need to change. So why this works. Once you write it down, once you know what your priorities are, once you have your full list of tasks that you need to do, once you know how long it takes, and once you know and you're making the choice to go back and revisit things, you have focus. Once you have that list, you have it written in front of you, you have it typed up, whatever the case may be. Maybe you have it as a screensaver on your phone. You will achieve a level of focus that is needed to be productive and efficient. The next thing, when you write these things down, when you set the priorities and goals, you will have a full picture of what you're trying to achieve. You've allocated the time. You know exactly what you're going after. You have focus and a full picture in front of you. Again, that time per task, that really changes everything, because it's almost like you're forcing yourself to be completely honest. You're putting it in black and white. You're writing it down. And that forces you to kind of go, okay, well, this is how long it's really taking me. Even though I think it should take me 5 minutes, it's really taking me 15. It really can change the scope of the expectations that you have on yourself. And again, this process works because you're going back and you're adjusting when things change. You're adjusting things when you need to. So that is what I have for you guys today. I hope if you have any questions, you're going to put them in the comments below. Reach out to me. I hope this helps, and we'll chat later. Now comes the fun, you guys, of getting this off the screen and ending my video, which is kind of what I messed up last time. I'll get better, I promise. Have a great day, guys.